Design. The Hawker Typhoon was developed in response to an urgent need for a heavily armed fighter bomber that could provide ground support and air-to-air combat capability. The need for such an aircraft was identified by the British Air Ministry in 1937, and in response, the Hawker Aircraft Company began developing the Typhoon in 1938. The Typhoon was designed by Sidney Cam, chief designer at Hawker Aircraft. Cam was tasked with creating an aircraft with the power and maneuverability to match the Luftwaffe's Messerschmitt Bf 109 fighter, as well as the ability to carry a heavy bomb load and rockets. Cam's design featured a powerful engine and an aerodynamic airframe, which allowed it to reach higher speeds than other aircraft of the era. The Typhoon design process involved the close collaboration of a number of individuals and organizations, including the Hawker Aircraft Design Team, the Royal Air Force, Rolls-Royce, Bristol Aircraft, and the Air Ministry. The design process began with several design studies and the development of a mock-up, which was presented to the Air Ministry in 1938. After the mock-up was accepted, Cam and his team began work on the detailed design of the aircraft with the help of engineers from Rolls-Royce and Bristol Aircraft. Extensive testing of the aircraft's airframe and engine followed, including wind tunnel and flight testing. In 1940, after initial tests were complete, the prototype of the Typhoon was constructed and flown for the first time. The aircraft was further tested to refine the design and ensure that it met RAF requirements. The first prototype of the Hawker Typhoon flew in 1940, and it was quickly put into production. When it first went into production, the Typhoon was powered by a 2,180 HP Napier Sabre 2A engine, which allowed it to reach a maximum speed of 411 miles per hour at sea level. It was armed with four 20mm Hispano Mark II cannons with a total of 120 rounds and could carry bombs weighing up to 1,000 pounds. It had a maximum range of 590 miles and a service ceiling of 32,800 feet. Despite its impressive performance, the Typhoon had several limitations. It was underpowered, making it difficult to climb at high altitudes. Additionally, its short wingspan limited its maneuverability, especially in tight turns. Furthermore, the plane suffered from a lack of effective armament. Its cannons were not as powerful as those of other aircraft, while its bomb-carrying capacity was limited. Over time, the Typhoon underwent several modifications, improving its performance. In 1944, a new engine, the 2,700 horsepower Napier Sabre 3, was installed. This allowed the plane to reach a maximum speed of 467 miles per hour and climb to 28,000 feet in just 6 minutes. The armament was also upgraded with the addition of two 40mm Hispano Mark V cannons, which replaced the four 20mm cannons. Several individuals and organizations were involved in the development of the Typhoon. Sidney Cam, the chief designer of Hawker Aircraft, was responsible for the plane's design. James Napier of Napier & Son was responsible for the development of the aircraft's powerful engine. The Air Ministry also played an important role in the development of the plane, providing funding and guidance. Employment. The Typhoon was employed by the Royal Air Force in the European, Mediterranean, and Far East theaters of operations. It was used for ground attack missions against German forces in France and the Low Countries, Japanese forces in Burma and India, and V-1 flying bombs and other targets over the United Kingdom. A variety of units, including 56, 174, 245, 609, 616, 617, 607, and 198 squadrons were equipped with the aircraft. The Typhoon was flown in the fighter-bomber role and could carry up to 500 pounds of bombs, rockets, or other munitions. It was highly effective against German armor and other ground targets, and was used to great effect in disrupting enemy supply lines, attacking bridges, and providing close air support to ground troops. It was also used as a fighter, and pilots employed a variety of tactics to engage German aircraft. These included attacking in pairs or fours, flying in a line-astern formation to concentrate firepower, and using boom and zoom tactics to surprise their opponents. The Typhoon was also used to escort bombers, and pilots developed a number of tactics to defend the bombers from attack. These included using their superior speed and diving ability to get onto the tails of attacking aircraft, and using their superior firepower to drive off the attackers. The Typhoon was highly successful in its role as a fighter bomber and fighter, and was widely praised for its performance. It played a significant role in the Allied victory in Europe and the Far East, and its pilots were widely decorated for their actions. Combat. One of the most notable combat actions involving the Typhoon occurred on August 6, 1944. On that day, a group of Typhoon pilots from the 245th Squadron, led by the commanding officer, Wing Commander G.L. Johnny Johnson, were tasked with attacking a German convoy near the town of Abbeville in northern France. The convoy was heavily defended by German fighter aircraft, including Focke-Wulf FW-190s and Messerschmitt Bf-109s. The Typhoons engaged the German fighters and were soon joined by Spitfires from the 41st Squadron. In the ensuing dogfight, the British pilots shot down 11 German aircraft and damaged several others. Johnson was credited with shooting down 2 FW-190s and a Bf-109. He was later awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross for his bravery and skill. Other members of the squadron also earned decorations for their participation in the battle, including Pilot Officer J.R.H. Robbie Robinson, who was credited with shooting down 2 FW-190s and damaging a third. Pilot Officer K.C. Ken Johnson shot down 1 FW-190 and damaged another. Flight Sergeant L.J. Les Allen and Sergeant P.R. Pete Roberts each shot down 1 FW-190 and damaged a second. The Hawker Typhoon had proved its worth in the battle, proving its effectiveness against German fighters. The Typhoon's success in the sky helped the Allies secure air superiority over northern France, paving the way for the Allied invasion of Normandy in the following months.